Well, good morning, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. We are IncrediMail. Ticker symbol is MAIL, traded on NASDAQ. My name is Jeff Holzmann, and I'm the president of the company. And it's a pleasure to be back here. It's our second time in the conference, and it's always been very productive for us. We're going to talk a little bit about IncrediMail, the company, and then I'm going to show you some interesting clips, and then we'll take your questions. We'll start with the highlights instead of ending with the highlights. The company has pretty much since inception been profitable, cash flow positive, and a zero-debt operation. We are truly a global brand in the email world. I'm sure many of you have seen our products, and we'll show you a couple of screenshots in a minute for recollection. Over 80 million registered downloads in over 100 countries. We now offer our products in 100 countries in 10 different languages. 1.2 million new registered downloads per month. That's a phenomenal number if you know your way around the internet space and consumer products. Revenue in Q4 of 07, and I apologize we don't have the latest information, was up 34% year over year, reaching $5.3 million for the quarter. Overall, in 2007, we sold just over $18 million worth of products and services. From a multiple of revenue streams, that's where it gets interesting, and we'll talk all about that today. Our systems send 300 million emails each month. That's a big number. So we're quite a big player. What is it that we do? Well, we have a couple of products. We'll start with this one. This one is called IncrediMail Premium. It bears the company name because originally when the company was founded in 1999 in Tel Aviv, Israel, the two founders had this concept in mind. So they called the company IncrediMail and the product IncrediMail, and everything was based on IncrediMail. Now we do a couple of other things, but we'll get around to that. This is an upgrade for IncrediMail XE. XE doesn't mean anything. It's a name we came up with because we thought it sounds cool. IncrediMail Premium sells for $25.95. The free version, you guessed it, is free. What you get when you buy the premium product is no promotional taglines, skins, advertisement-free, and VIP support. Skins, if you're not familiar with the internet world, is kind of how this application looks like. It changes the look and feel. Let me talk for a minute about what this product is, because I see some of you are staring and trying to figure out what this product is. It's an email application. It's an email client. It's not an inbox service. It's more like Outlook than it is Hotmail. So when you buy our product, you don't become Joe Smith at IncrediMail.com. And much like you use Outlook, it's an email client. It's a software you use to manage your other email accounts. The reason people use our product is because of the look and feel and the customization features that we offer. We offer a multitude of animations, backgrounds, sounds, and other multimedia features such as emoticons that made us famous. As you might have imagined, we sell these products to the consumer. We're not a B2B business, we're a B2C business. We sell these products, and there's a bunch of them. We sell them exclusively online. You cannot buy IncrediMail in a box. We have no salespeople. All of our marketing is done online. So that's the product. In addition to selling that product, the premium version of that product, we sell a couple of add-ons. Some of the IncrediMail add-ons is IncrediMail Gold Gallery. The Gold Gallery is basically a subscription to additional content. When you think about it for a minute, we talked about what this product is. It's an email program that uses multimedia and uses graphics. Well, where do you get those graphics? Some of them are pre-installed, some of them are free and constantly updated on our website, but the new stuff, the cool stuff, the one that we just recently finished designing or branding or buying from somebody, we put behind a lock and key, and we call it the IncrediMail Gold Gallery. And we ask you to subscribe to that content for $25.95 a year. All these numbers are in dollars, and for historical reasons, we sell it. All of our products in 100 countries cost $25.95 of your local currency. So in Europe, it's 25.95 euros, for example. Junk Filter Plus, as you might have imagined, is a spam filter. Well, you have an email client, you have an email software, you're using it, and remember I said there's been 80 million registered downloads of this product. We're talking about just over 10 million active users worldwide of this product. There's a lot of spam out there. So we also sell a junk filter. It's not ours. We license it from another Israeli company called ComTouch. They have a superb product called the Junk Filter. We named it Junk Filter Plus, and it's a subscription of $24.95. We also have another collaboration for games. This is casual gaming. There's no gambling or anything of that nature. IncrediGames, casual gaming, is where we send a lot of our traffic to download casual games software. You get a preview version for free, usually includes the 2 or 3 first screens of that game, and the complete version goes for $19.95. So those are some of the add-ons. When I say we sell products and services, that's where these products and services come from. A little bit about our demographics, and this is where it gets interesting. A lot of people don't naturally assume that our demographics will look like this. Let's start with the users by age bar graph that you see here on your right. Notice that it is severely skewed to the right. If you count the numbers, just over 50% of our users are over the age of 30, 32. In fact, about 30% of our users are over the age of 40. That's not exactly what a lot of people expect when you see an email client that deals with emoticons and colorful backgrounds. But that's what it is. Our users are the soccer moms from Idaho. They're not the tech-savvy IT people of Wall Street and New York. These are the people that sit at home and customize their emails for an average of 20, 25 minutes before they send it out. Why? Because it's fun. It's an entertainment product. It's a B2C entertainment product that's doing very well. Gender slightly skewed towards female, and if you look at the territories, we are actually almost, this is 33% in Europe and 37% in North America is actually revenues. When you look at the amount of users that we have, we're actually slightly bigger in Europe than we are in North America. Far East and Australia are new markets for us. We have new developments in the Chinese market, which we have not yet initiated. We will launch there this year. We do have a product in Chinese, but no marketing efforts in China. So that's a huge potential for us. Let's talk about numbers. The company was founded in 1999 and pretty much has been profitable since inception. There's no venture capital here. The 2 founders, who happen to be cousins that started this company, just raised a small amount of money, just under $3 million from friends and family. We went public in January of 2006. And with one exception that I'll talk about, we've been profitable ever since. You can see the numbers are growing. We're looking at revenues. We're still missing the net profit here, which I'll get to in a second. But you can see that it's growing and growing well. Obviously, you're interested to know why the spike occurred in Q2 of 2006. And that's because of an arrangement we have with Google, which I'll get to in a minute. Looking at our revenue streams, this company has reinvented itself in the course of 9 years 3 times over. We started out by giving everything for free and just hoping somebody would buy the company. That was the business model in 1999 and 2000. Well, that went away in 2000, and we started selling the product, calling it IncrediMail Premium, and generating revenues. That worked well until advertising became a very good model, and we started introducing advertising both on our website and inside the software. The new name of the game apparently is search, and if you look at the revenues, if you look at the orange section, is it orange on your screen? Yeah, going from 22% of our revenues in 2006 to 47% of our revenues in 2007. This is while the overall total revenue increased from 10.8 to 18.7, just under $19 million. How do we do that? I'll get to that in a second, but it is definitely the fastest growing revenue stream that we have. Let's look at the P&L. So going all the way back to 2003, you can see that revenues went from 5 to 6 to 7 and then to 10 and 18. That's where the Google arrangement comes into play. The margins have always been good. It's a software business. We have no inventory, no high cost of labor. The company offices, for the most part, are located in Israel. That's where our R&D team is located, and all of our business development is done from here in New York. Our office is here in New York. The net income, there's an interesting clarification there, how it dipped to 16%. That was a pre-IPO dividend, and the margins have been holding steadily at about 20 to 25% since. The only exception is the fourth quarter of 2007, and hence for the year, where we had to write down $5 million worth of cash because of an unfortunate investment in an auction rate security. At the time, rated AAA by Merrill Lynch, the paper is called Center Square. It's still paying interest, but our auditors are telling us that there's really no market for that security, so we wrote it off. That was the only time we ever lost any money. And again, that was not for operational reasons. It was because of a write-down. And no, we don't have any more of those investments. Looking at the balance sheet, obviously the increase in cash from December 05 to December 06 are the proceeds of the IPO. We raised about $19 million in cash. We have not used it since. Some may wonder why we went public. And if you're interested, we'll talk about that later on. I'll tell you some interesting stories about that time. But like I said, we're profitable, cash flow positive, and we have not yet used the proceeds of the IPO. Zero long-term debt, and everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. Let's talk about how we do marketing and how we intend to grow. Like I said, we have no salespeople. This product, IncrediMail, pretty much sells itself. How? Well, let's stop and think about it for a minute. This is an email software. By its very nature, what do you do with email? Well, you send an email to somebody else. This product inherently tags itself on the bottom. So when you send somebody an email, unless you bought the product and you're getting a tagline free, and we've already made our money, you're basically distributing the product on further. So your email, the one you sent out, is tagged on the bottom with a line of graphics that we control from a distance. We can change it and optimize it per country, per period. And it just says something to the extent of this email was created by IncrediMail. Click here to download and see what it's all about. That line of text, that tagline, or the stamp, as we call it, generates 75% of our incoming traffic to the website and accounts for about 80% of the new downloads. The remainder of downloads come either from word of mouth or media buying, which is a fancy way of saying advertising, exclusively online that we do. So 80% of our new downloads and our new users come from the previous users. That, in essence, is what's known as viral marketing. The reason this slide is built that way is because our growth strategy is to replicate what we've done with IncrediMail. IncrediMail is doing very well, but it's starting to flat out. We've already have 80 million users, 80 million registered downloads. The growth strategy really is to replicate with new products that bear the same concept of fun, entertaining computer software that personalizes either your email or your instant messaging or your desktop experience.